different options you can do on second down. 10:54 left to go in the first quarter. Score still tied at 0-0. Ball is at the Logan Rogersville 40. Trips off to the right side. Miller now sends a man in motion. That's Judd. He's going to hand off to Taylor. Good block by Judd. Good block by the entire offensive line. Get 7 yards. Reed, this is not how we thought it might go right at first. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is very good. We got our ears pinned back and our lines really firing off the ball. Great block that time by Judd moving across in that sniffer position. Great yardage on second down, pick up first.
And our offensive line is doing Rogersville 33-yard line. 2 receivers off to the left, 2 to the right. Miller empty. Setback. Now we've got all kinds of shifting going on. I like the way West Plains does that. 2 running backs right beside Miller in the backfield. He's going to have a quick handoff to Austin. Lawson goes down to the 30, 25, about the 23-yard line, and that's pretty close to the first down read, but we're going to be about 2 yards short, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, still 3rd and short. I mean, we good let it carry by Lawson and see what happens here.
So many different weapons on this scissor offense. Lawson lined up to Miller's left, Taylor to the right. Send a man in motion to the short side of the field. Moore, number 13. They're going to hand off to Lawson right up the middle. Lawson got about 2, maybe 1 yard line. It'll be very close, Reed. We'll see what the Scissors choose on 4th down here.
I believe he got it, Travis. They've already changed the chains, and it's going to be first down, West Plains.
You know, and we got the first down, but Reed, you and I were talking on the web here. We have a great kicker in Cobb this year. He's a left-footed kicker, and it's nice to have that option because when you get in those short down situations, you know you can kick the field goal afterwards if it doesn't work. Now, Scissors come in, and they have twins to the wide side of the field. Now they have Judd go in motion, goes over the tight end spot. Taylor is right behind Miller. They're going to hand off to him, and he ran off the left side. And that time, what the quarterback was doing is trying to read that defensive end. He wasn't fooled at all on that option. First time tonight, Logan Rogersville's caught us behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, anytime you run that option play, you leave the defensive end unblocked, and you can read off that. But that was a nice play by the defensive end by Rogersville on that play.
2nd and 11 now for the Scissors. They're at the Logan Rogersville 23-yard line. Trips to the wide side of the field. Taylor goes in motion to the left. Empty backfield. Miller gets set for the snap. Miller wants to throw, starts rolling to his right. Oh, good throw, but good defense by Logan Rogersville. So the first pass of the night, Reed, incomplete. 3rd and 11 now.
Yeah, the throw was a little high. I think he got a little excited, and the receiver was coming back. It just sailed over his head a little bit, but good coverage that time by Logan Rogersville.
So this is the first time tonight that the Scissors have been in a 3rd down and long. See what they do down here. Jacob Moore, the intended receiver, while in that last play, lines up this time on the wide side of the field to the left. Now they send Taylor in motion. Empty backfield for Miller. 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Man goes in motion. That's Dude. He's on the right side. Miller rolls to his right once again, looking for someone to throw to. Patient, does the right thing, and just throws it away, Reed. Does not risk in the interception.
Yeah, and that's the type of things you can do on 3rd and 11 when you have a good kicker because you don't have that pressure to get that first down, although that's what we want. Now we're going to bring Cobb out and see if we can put 3 on the board.
And the cool thing we found out about Cobb, I heard he was a soccer player, but today he had to play in a match, and then he's here. 2 sport athletes one day. West Plains' own Deion Sanders. Cobb, set and get ready to kick. Ball will be spotted about the 29-yard line. That's going to be a 39-yard field goal attempt. Cobb's made a couple of these already this year. There's the kick. It is unfortunately blocked. West Plains recovered, but however, Logan Rogersville will take over from there and take over at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that was rather unfortunate. It looked like it took a long time to get the snap to the hold, and then Cobb couldn't quite get it off. But you know that pins Logan Rogersville fairly territory, and we'll see what they have on offense.
Yeah, West Plains has had some struggles this year on special team. That time, man just got right up the middle and made the block. Logan Rogersville is going to come out, and they will have a trip formation off to the right side of the field. Big tight end over here on the left. West Plains lines up 4 men on the line of scrimmage, 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. Rogersville gets set for the first snap. Quarterback waits for it at his own 20-yard line. Still waits for it. Gives a snap. Quick hand off the middle. He fakes that. Now he rolls out to the right. And that is caught but hit right away, Reed. Good job by Moore coming up there and making the defensive play.
Yeah, good defense right there. Great fake by Logan Rogersville. West Plains looked pretty good across the line there with those big offensive linemen.
As you mentioned on West Plains last series, Logan Rogersville comes out here and gets 6 yards on their very first play. So now 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats from the 32-yard line. They wait the snap, going to be just a quick handoff right up the middle. Good job by the defensive line of the Scissors, filling those holes, Reed, and making some stops.
Yeah, great tackle that time. That's exactly what we need to do. Now it leaves them 3rd and short, and we'll see if we can hold them to get the first down here.
Big play here, 3rd down and short from their own 32-yard line. So the defensive coordinator and the D-line coach for the Scissors is telling the guys not to jump. Trips formation onto the wide side of the field for Rogersville. Quarterback lined up in a shotgun formation. They're going to hand off to the left, and he's got some penetration. The defensive line does, and they tackle him back at the 30. But however, Reed, there's one of those yellow flags on the field. We'll just have to see who it's against. But great defense by the Scissors.
Very good defense pursuit of the running back, and there was a pretty obvious hold there. I think that's what the flag is, but they are having a conversation about it.
I really liked Rogersville that time. Tried to stretch out the field, use their speed, and West Plains came up more with a great tackle. 6:07 left to go here in the first quarter. Score still tied at 0. Rogersville called for the penalty. We'll have to see if the coaches for West Plains go for it or take it, and they probably won't because it's 4th down and 6. So, Reed, this is awesome. Logan Rogersville comes out to punt the ball. So West Plains holds them on the very first series.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to start the game as a defensive coach and as defensive players. And so that was a pretty good job holding them to a punt. And we'll see if we can get a great return here.
Moore and Hale back there. Moore calls for the catch at the 37-yard line. Reed, I love it when you see high school kids play cerebral like that because you want so many times just to try to make the play, but the Logan Rogersville punter got it way up in the air, gave his other teammates a chance to get down there. So good job for Moore. Just calling for a catch.
Yeah, that's that, and you just don't want to take unnecessary risks, especially since it was a short kick, and we're going to end up with great field position here with the short field and see if we can punch it in for a score.
6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Score still tied at 0-0. Both teams have had one chance on offense. This is West Plains' second series. Hands off to Taylor right up the middle. Jackson is a hard runner. But once again, those Scissors offensive linemen doing such a good job making holes up there in the middle.
Yeah, one good thing about chipping away the yardage like this, you'll start seeing those linemen, those defensive linemen getting tired because they're catching those big bodies off the offensive line. So they're already putting their hands on their hips a little bit.
And we talked about before the game started, that's one thing that West Plains is going to have to do is control the offense and the line of scrimmage. Miller gets set at the quarterback. He acts like he's going to pitch, runs off to the left side. Rogersville is not fooled at all, and unfortunately, no gain. It's going to be about 3rd down and 7 now for the Scissors. Good job by Logan Rogersville on defense.
Yeah, but there was a pretty obvious missed block there, and I think I think it was just a really good play by the Rogersville defensive end, and tackle us for a loss. 3rd and long here. We'll see what we have cooked up.
Scissors have the ball at their own 41-yard line, 3rd and 7. 5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Score still tied at 0 apiece. Trips formation for the Scissors off to the right. They're going to hand to Taylor right away. Taylor is met almost as soon as he gets the ball read, and he loses about 6 yards. That was an unbelievable play on defense by the Wildcats.
Yeah, it looked like they had a blitz called, and there was a hole that opened up. The linebacker was blitzing and really just kind of got lucky, but he ran right into the play, and Scissors couldn't get anything going on that drive, so we're going to punt it away.
Cropper, number 30, said he's a good punter. Taylor back there is going to protect him. Cropper's staying on about his own 25-yard line. Ball will be snapped from the 32. There's the snap. There's the kick. It is up, and it's a good kick. Goes back all the way down to the 35-yard line where Logan Rogersville takes over 1st and 10. And Reed, so far, West Plains, we're doing well. We just need to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, but it's pretty good start. I kind of have the feeling we're still feeling each other out to see what each other's scheme is going to be, and we're going to start seeing it dialed in now that we've had a couple possessions each.
So Logan Rogersville takes over, starts it at their own 35-yard line. They have twin formation, which means 2 wide receivers off to the left and to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun. He wants to throw. He's looking. It's Freeze. Freeze throws right across the middle, and that man is wide. We'll just see where they spot it. Good job by the quarterback. Very patient on that. And Logan Rogersville looks like that was going to be about a yard short. 2nd and 1 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good read that time by the quarterback. He checked down and got an open man, and they're going to be really close to a 1st down here.
And here's where 2nd short always opens up the playbook. Rogersville is going to hand the ball off to the right side. Man misses 2 tackles, runs off to the 50, 45, 40, all the way down to the 36-yard line. Cropper made a good tackle. So, Reed, that might have been a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely right. The running back got out around the edge and had some great speed. Looks like we're going up tempo here.
And Rogersville has a lot of players that come in and out of the game. Quarterback fakes the handoff. That's Freeze. Now he's got a man wide open at the 30-yard line. That's number 16. He goes to the 25, down to the 22, and unfortunately, a flag comes in. Have to see what that is. But fortunately, Reed, that's probably going to be either hold or face mask against the Scissors.
Yeah, that came way deep from the back judge there, so he threw that penalty flag about 30 yards. So West Plains is pointing towards Logan Rogersville, so it's going to be a hold. So it's blocking the back, yeah.
I've been a little rusty. That's been against us, and that's the 2nd time tonight Logan Rogersville's had a holding penalty, and they're usually known for being pretty good on offense and not making mistakes, but that is a huge difference for us because it goes all the way back, looks like to about the 40-yard line. And Reed, with the way Logan Rogersville, that's a good time for a slowdown, let these Scissor defenses catch their breath. Rogersville, the referees, everybody's kind of wondering where the ball is going to be set at. Now it's at the 33-yard line. So even with that holding, it's 1st and 7. Ball at the Scissor 33-yard line. 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Score still tied at 0. Freeze, the quarterback, has 1 running back right beside him and another man right behind him. Freeze takes the handoff, wants to throw it. Beautiful throw up in the air, and it is incomplete. But however, out comes that yellow hanky, and they're going to call interference against the Scissor, and that'll be an automatic first down.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was a deep throw. We did have good coverage. I didn't see anything that warranted a penalty, but there we are.
and we got to see a little bit of Freeze's arm. That kid can really throw. He averages about 230 yards a game. He was totally on target there. And as Reed said, though, unfortunately, they called holding against the Scissors. And fortunately, Reed, and not like it is in the pros where it goes all the way down to 1 yard line. It'll be enough for a first down, but it'll make it on the Scissor 24-yard line. 2:40 left to go here in the first quarter at 0-0. Logan Rogersville's been moving the ball on the second series. Ball, quick handoff to the running back. No, he fakes it, keeps it. Now he throws it and Reed dangerously close to the line of scrimmage. But when you have a guy, that's the old run-pass option. I mean, I like watching that.
I do, too. That kind of reminds me of the old Gus Malzahn days where they have that RPO option.
Popped up in the air. West Plains had a chance to intercept it, but my goodness, Reed, when this kid throws it, I mean, it is on the line.
Yeah, he's not a very big guy, but he has a cannon for an arm, and that time he reached back and threw a bullet, and thankfully for us, slightly behind the receiver.
And he got that little flip of the wrist, too. You can tell that kid has incredible arm strength. So now, 3rd down and 10 for Rogersville. They're at the Scissor 33-yard line. Big stop needed here by the Scissor defense. Freeze acts like it's going to hand off. Now it's a play to the left side. Oh, and we had a chance to intercept it, Reed. Instead, the Logan Rogersville man catching it 15 to 10 to 5, 2-yard lines. When they talk about this game being a game of interest, that was a great example right there.
You're exactly right. The defender had an option. He had to go for the ball or go for the man. He tried to take the option of going for the ball and missed it by about an inch. What a great catch by Rogersville, and they almost scored.
So they've got the goal for the ball, 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. High formation, hands up right up the middle, and he's going to score the first touchdown of the night. So Rogersville goes down the field. First series they had tonight, not very effective. Second series goes down even after a penalty and makes some good plays. And what Reed was talking about is defensive back for West Plains came up, tried to make the interception, unfortunately didn't get it. And when he went for the ball instead of the man, then the man was wide open, got almost all the way to the end zone. Here's the extra point. Snap is back, kick is up, and it's good. Lebanon leads 7-0 with 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. We're back in 1 minute on KDY 102.5.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, where we love what we do.
Hi, this is Jordan. We are now selling bulk feed available for pickup at our West Plains store. Stop in and fill feed tote sacks, bulk containers, and feed boxes. There's no need to go anywhere else. Buy in bulk and save. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply in West Plains.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply since 1974. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we're more than a farm store.
Is it about time for a new heating and cooling system? Butler Heating and Air, your authorized Trane dealer, says now's the time. Because now through November 15th, you get an instant rebate on a new Trane system of up to $650. Get unbelievable comfort and reliability with a new Trane system from Butler Heating and Air. It's hard to stop a Trane.
BHA, Butler Heating and Air. Call 256-7984.
Building lasting relationships, one customer at a time.
The Scissors play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby and Travis Smith back here from Logan Rogersville, where the Wildcats lead the Scissors 7-0 with 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Logan Rogersville went on their second series and drove the ball about 67 yards to get their first touchdown. West Plains can respond here by getting a really good kickoff, but the referee says, hold on a second. We got to get something off the field. And Reed, that first series, when Logan Rogersville had the ball, we stopped it really well. But now, for whatever reason, it looks like they're going to have the penalty, and Rogersville has to kick off from the 35, not the 40.
Yeah, that last drive, I think that's probably what we're going to see the rest of the game from Logan Rogersville. They're spreading it out a little bit, slinging the ball around and trying to make something happen and get the ball to the playmakers. And they were very lucky on that drive, but, sometimes luck is because you try hard.
And one thing I really like about Coach Acklin, our new offensive coordinator, he adjusts as the game is going almost every series. Here's the kickoff from Logan Rogersville. Kick to do at the 15. It's at the 20, 25, 30. That's Taylor. Taylor still driving. Gets all the way to the 37-yard line. 27 yards on that kick return. Good job by Jackson Taylor. And now read what we need. It's a long, sustained drive and answer and put points up on the board.
Yeah, we've been blessed this whole game with good field position in the first three possessions. So we need to capitalize on this possession here and see if we can tie the score up.
Lebanon leads 7-0. 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. West Plains has the ball on the short hash of the field at the 37-yard line. Referees come out and they say, hey, we want a different kind of game. 7-0. 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Both teams went on their first possession, had the punt. Logan Rogersville scored on their second. Now West Plains needs to come back and answer. They've got the ball, 37-yard line. Instead of at that hash mark, they put it right in the middle. Miller lined up about the 32-yard line. He's got Taylor right beside him. Taylor goes in motion, so empty backfield. He wants to throw the ball. Looks to left, quick throw to Taylor out there at the 41-yard line. Reed gets about 3. Rogersville came up and tackled him right away.
Still a good-looking play, though. And, when
rolls to the right, looking to throw way deep down the field to Hale. Hale's going to catch it, even though the Logan was hanging on to him the whole time. That was concentration by Hale. Great job.
Absolute monster play by Hale. Way to turn back to the ball, fight off his man, and concentrate and get both hands on the ball and come down for a big first down.
And you know that the penalty was pretty obvious when you've got 3 flags on the play. Instead of one. I mean, seriously, folks, you could have seen that. We appreciate you listening to us on the radio. The Logan Rogersville had Hale grabbed by the back of his jersey, and Hale still strong enough to get out there and catch it and get the first down. So now the ball is marked all the way down to the Rogersville 22-yard line. 1 minute left to go here in the first quarter. Miller has an empty backfield, 3 receivers off to the left, 2 to the right. Taylor now comes back, gets behind Miller. They hand up to Taylor right up the middle. Once again, that offensive line hits him about 4 yards. He hits that hole really hard, Reed.
Great block by Jackson Hunter that time, and then created just a little bit of the seam right in between the guard and center, and good run that time by number 24.
And 72 out there making some good blocks as well. Empty formation once again. Trips at the short side of the field. Now they send Taylor in motion. He's right beside the quarterback. He worked on the last play, so they're going to run it right again. He bounces off the tackle. 10-5, 2-yard line. Good job by the Scissors right there. It's going to be first and goal from about the 2, Reed.
It looks like we have a penalty on the play. I couldn't quite see it from here, but usually that is a face mask or something of that nature. We'll see what happens here as they're talking about it. Great run by Taylor that time.
Scissors doing a good job keeping their calm as Logan Rogersville came out, scored right away. And they've got a face mask called against the Wildcats, but Reed, unfortunately, is at the 1-yard line, so you can only move it like half a football. So the Scissors come out, great formation. Taylor's right behind the quarterback, and he's got a man on both sides, and Miller just decides to keep it himself and goes in for a touchdown. And Reed, what we're talking about with that formation, Taylor is the running back. He runs or lines up right behind the quarterback, and then the quarterback, Miller, has 2 running backs right beside him. You never know who's going to get the ball in that formation. I always call it like the diamond formation. Sounds like Coach Cry used to run from Arkansas.
That's right, kind of the old days of the wishbone offense. I believe that was, I don't know what they call it, a split wing offense, but great drive that time by the West Plains Scissors. It was a really good looking offensively.
Cobb set to try the game and tie it up, but unfortunately it was blocked again. And so West Plains scores, but the score is 6 for West Plains, 7 for Logan Rogersville. We'll be back in 1 minute on KDY 102.5.
I've always wanted to be a nurse, but life got in the way. Kids, work, bills. It felt impossible. Then I discovered Missouri State West Plains has flexible programs that fit my schedule. Now I'm training for a career that gives back with job security for my family. Where do I want to be tomorrow? Helping others and building a future for my kids.
Missouri State West Plains. New beginnings, endless possibilities. Feller Construction is a family-owned and operated company serving the southern Missouri area. They provide various construction services from the smallest remodel to custom-built homes, all at a competitive price. Feller Construction of West Plains would be honored to be your builders for all your building needs. Contact Feller Construction at 417-257-7275 to schedule your project today.
It's back to the field for more Scissor football action on Hot Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby and Travis Smith back here from Logan Rogersville, where the Wildcats lead the Scissors 7-6. Only 18 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Cobb gets set to kick off from the 40-yard line. Cobb, the left-footed kicker, gets some nice distance thus far this year. He lines up, gets set to kick. It's up and high, way back, all the way out the back of the end zone. Good job by Cobb that time, kicking it for the touchback.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that really limits, Rogersville's ability to get good field, position right here on the possession. If you can kick it through the back of the end zone, that's what you want.
And we are watching Cobb and Warm us kicking 45-yard field goals. Unfortunately, Logan Rogersville somehow is just keen on the fact that they can get right by the center. They know they can't touch, but they're like, we're going to run right by you. And they've had 2 blocks thus far tonight. Now, Logan Rogersville wants to run, and the running back from Rogersville goes off to the right side. He's across the 25 to the 30, all the way down to the 33, and Logan Rogersville comes out right away and gets a first down.
Yeah, a really good run that time by Rogersville. They're going up tempo, so I'll turn it back to Travis.
8 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. This time, West Plains hits him at the line of scrimmage. But that running back for Logan Rogersville bounces off about 2 tackles and goes all the way down, we'll say the 38-yard line, where now it'll be second down. But that's the end of the first quarter. West Plains trails 6-7. We'll be back in 1 minute on KDY 102.5.
So you bought the Chevy Trail Boss for the farm, but somehow her coffee's in a cup holder and the seat's set just right for her. And now she's taking it on her shopping trip. Guess whose truck it is now? Together, let's drive.
This is John Bailey, personally inviting you to come to Bailey Chevy GMC to find your new truck today.
Bailey Chevy GMC, home of the Bailey factor.
Need CPAP or BiPAP supplies? Skip the wait at Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment. Reorder easily from home using our Patient Hub app or website portal and get your supplies shipped straight to your door. For a faster, hassle-free experience, call ahead at 800-874-8504 or order online today. Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment, 1703 West 8th Street in West Plains. Our community, our commitment, our care.
Now it's more Scissor football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby and Travis Smith back here from Rogersville. Logan Rogersville. I get it messed up. Before it was 11 and before we see the LR. Either way, they lead the Scissors 7-6. They come out right at the start of the second quarter, midfield to the 52. And that's one thing with this quarterback, man. When he throws the ball, he puts it on the line.
Yeah, and he got number 3, Gage Hale, who is looks to me like he is extremely fast. So I actually had decent coverage that time, but Hale had some explosive speed and was able to open.
Hale, part of this offensive group in Rogersville that likes putting lots of yards up. Now they're going to turn around and hand to Roach, and Roach has a huge hole. Gets about maybe 5. He's down to about the 17-yard line. We've got close to holes.
Yeah, we most certainly do. They're going up. They're getting right up to the line, and they're finding seams and making great yardage.
Now, 18-yard line for the Scissor 18. Why not give it to Roche again? It's worked before. This time, West Plains is not fooled as they come up and make the tackle. Good job by Cropper, number 30, coming in there, along with another host of Scissors to make a great tackle. That's what we needed there to stop Logan Rogersville.
Yeah, great job by the defensive line. They need to continue to do that because right now the Rogersville offense is having a way with them.
Ball at the Scissor 19-yard line. Trips formation. They fake the handoff. Now Freeze wants to throw the ball up, puts it right in the middle, catches it to Hale. Hale, Freeze, I bet you he got out of 6 tackles that time. And what's amazing with Logan Rogersville is the way they spread that field across. Freeze has always had 2 or 3 receivers out there to pick from.
That was a good hard run by Hale after the catches. We had about 3 or 4 hats on him, like Travis said, and just couldn't get him to the ground.
So now it's 1st and goal for the Wildcats from the Scissor 7-yard line. 2 receivers in the backfield. They're going to hand off to Roche right up the middle, but this time West Plains does a good job. The Judd, who was playing that kind of defensive back, pseudo-strong safety, pushed him inside. Scissor defense comes up, big stop. 2nd down and goal for the Wildcats. They await the play from the sideline. 9 minutes left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Logan Rogersville leading West Plains 7-6 in what's been a good ball game thus far. Number 3, Hale, checks in for Logan Rogersville. 23 seconds still left on the play clock. Freeze, the quarterback, waits for it. The handoff to Roche right off the right side. Roche, very patient, and Reed, he walks in the end zone. We're going to have to make some kind of adjustments there on defense because that time Roche got about 60 yards and had about 2 people touch him.
Yeah, that drive was pretty much all Roche, and it looks like our defense is getting a little bit tired. They need a break here. We'll get the offense and see if we can go on a sustained drive and give them a rest.
So Rogersville gets set to kick the extra point. Very important extra point as they now lead by 7, trying to make it 8. There's the snap. There's the kick. It is up and good. So Logan Rogersville leads West Plains 14-6 with 9 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter. Reed and I'll be back on KDY in 1 minute.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
Fall is here, and at Don's Auto Service, friendly faces are the first thing you'll see when you walk through the door. Don's Auto Service makes sure their expert staff gets you the best and most qualified information on your vehicle repairs. Whether it's under the hood, maintenance, or tire related, they have you covered and are ready to get your vehicle ready for the upcoming winter months.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
Save on America's favorite tractor, Kubota, from your family-owned Kubota dealer, Edgeler & Harper Farm Equipment in Mountain Grove and West Plains. Right now, get the L2502 package with loader, rotary cutter, box blade, and quick hitch for $394 per month with approved credit now through 9/30/25. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for details. That's Edgeler & Harper Farm Equipment in Mountain Grove and West Plains.
Remember, we are Name Equipment and Kubota.
The action continues now with more Scissor football on Hot Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby and Travis Smith back here from Logan Rogersville. Rogersville gets set to kick. The ball is up in the air, caught at the 19-yard line by West Plains, taking them to 30-35. They're going to take over 1st and 10. The Scissors will from about their own 35-yard line. And Reed, this is one of those series where it's super important you go down and you take as much time as you can off the clock and try to put points up on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's 2 things to that offense. You want to burn a lot of clock, but it's super important to put points on the board when you're playing an explosive team like Rogersville.
Now West Plains comes out in trips formation. Number 2, Moffitt is in the game for the Scissors. We heard Coach Carnegie talk about he was going to have some different players in the night, try to match the speed up from West Plains to the speed of the Wildcats. 8:49 left to go here in the first half. Logan Rogersville leads the Scissors 14-3. Miller, the quarterback, gets ready to go. Trips formation off the left, 1 receiver off to the right. They send Taylor In motion, empty backfield for Miller. So Miller's going to throw. He puts the ball right up in the air, right at first. Moore catches it. Good job as he just goes up and makes the catch. 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 6 now for the Scissors.
Looks like it may be a flag on the play. They're going to call that on Rogersville. I didn't see the call. Yeah, we'll see what this call is.
So, roughing the passer, which would be a first down. That is the 3rd penalty tonight, Reed, against Logan Rogersville. They're helping us keep in the game by making mistakes like that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of those things that make coaches really angry because you cannot touch the quarterback after he's released the ball, and unfortunately made a mistake there to the benefit of the West Plains Scissors.
So they go from their own 32-yard line all the way down to the Wildcat 45-yard line. They're on Logan Rogersville's side of the field. 3 receivers off to the left, 1 to the right. Miller has plenty of time to throw, puts the ball way up in the air, wants Hale. Oh, and Hale reaches out to try to catch it. Good job by Hale trying to get out and get that. Miller, a lot of times, Reed, this year I've seen him, he's got so much arm strength, sometimes has a tendency to overthrow the receiver. But you know as well as I do, that's better than underthrow and get the interception.
Right. That was really good coverage that time by Rogersville. Great route. It was open for just a split second. Unfortunately, just overthrown a little bit, but a beautiful pass.
And Miller has really nice touch, and that's the time to throw that or have that play too. You've got to take a shot at the end zone. Trips formation. Once again, Maupin is the wide receiver furthest out toward the sideline. Miller wants to throw. He's looking to his right side. Beautiful pass caught out there by Moore. Moore came back for it. He may have got about 9 yards, but I like the way he got away from the defender and just came up and made a good stop. First down and 1 now for the Scissors.
Got a little hook route. I mean, that's route obviously made famous by Travis Kelsey coming back to the ball, helping the quarterback out, giving him a good target and great yardage on first down or second down. 3rd and short for the Scissors. They're at the 36-yard line of the Wildcats. They tried again to jump off sides. Good job by Miller. And we talked about that kind of wishbone. This is like a reverse wishbone formation. Unfortunately, snap goes on the ground and fumbled, but there was a penalty before the game. You know, the old wishbone, you had a fullback in front of the quarterback and then 2 this formation. The 2 running backs are right beside the quarterback with another guy behind him. Yeah, exactly right. It's like an inverse wishbone, but I'm sure they were getting ready to run an option play out of that formation, which is what you typically would run. And unfortunately had a bad snap. So now we have third and medium, we'll call it.
At the 41-yard line of the Wildcats. Scissors trail 14-6 with 8 minutes left to go here in the first half. Miller has trips off to the left. Taylor's right beside him. He's not going to hand off. He's going to try to roll to his left. Now he's rolling to his right. Good.
He's alive. Usually when something takes that long to progress, that you end up running out of options. But
one of those linemen making a great block on that last play was 68, Morgan Grove. Now, 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 32-yard line. They're going to hand off to Taylor right at the middle. Taylor is very patient, gets a 30, 25, all the way up to the 24-yard line. Going to be 2nd and short, and that's one thing I like about Taylor, Reed, is he takes his time, and then once he sees the hole, he explodes and gets a good yardage.
A lot of the great Scissor running backs that we've had over the years, that's kind of been their approach. They're patient, follow their blocks, so they get downhill.
2nd down and 2 now for the Scissors at the 25-yard line of the Wildcats. Empty formation for Miller. Now he gets Taylor back beside Miller. He wants to take the hand, puts the ball up in there. He's got a wide open man. That is Hale, and there was nobody on him. Unbelievable. You almost think to yourself, Reed, there had to be a penalty or something. But Logan Rogersville, for whatever reason, that was one of those passes. Sometimes that's really hard to catch because you're so wide open.
What I think happened there is that it obviously was a play action pass, and I think the defensive back bit on the run, came forward, but left our receiver wide open and was able to walk in for a touchdown.
Good job by Hale to catch that ball. I know that sounds crazy, but that's one of the hardest catches you can make when there's nobody else around you. Scissors trail by 2, so they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Miller has the empty backfield. 2 receivers off to the left, 3 receivers off to the right. Now everybody goes in motion. Looks like the old Dallas Cowboy offense. Miller awaits the snap, and he's just going to keep himself in the Wildcat. They keep pushing on him and pushing on him and pushing on him, but he's not going to get in, Reed. So Scissors do not convert on the 2-point conversion, and they trail 12-14 with 7 minutes left to go here in the first half. We'll be back in 1 minute with more Scissor football on KDY 102.5.
From your first paycheck to your first home, starting your own business or celebrating your retirement, we're here for all of life's important moments. At Simmons Bank, our modern banking solutions make managing your finances effortless and efficient, so you can focus on what matters most. Simmons Bank, proud of the moments that matter. SimmonsBank.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all accounts subject to approval.
It's rock chip season. Okay, let's be honest. With the roads around here, it's always rock chip season. When you get a rock chip, go see Kevin at SMP Quality Auto Glass. He can fix your rock chip and keep it from spreading and making your windshield look more like a road map. If you need a whole new windshield put in because you waited too long, he does those too. SMP Quality Auto Glass, next to DQ in West Plains. Show us your crack.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby and Travis Smith back here from Logan Rogersville, where the Scissors trail 12-14. Up from the 40-yard line, gets set to kick into low line drive, and at the 10-yard line, now back to the 5-yard line. Logan Rogersville tries to pick it up. Got to stop him there. Gets past to the 22-yard line. First for Rogersville. Reed, we did what we were supposed to, came back, responded well. Now you can't let them have the big play on defense.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to suck it up here. It is very important that we get a stop on this drive, give us another opportunity before halftime.
Talked earlier, West Plains came into this game 2-2. Logan Rogersville 4-0. But West Plains is playing them a very good game tonight. Logan Rogersville will start from their own 24-yard line. Offensive line checks in the game. They get ready to go. Logan Rogersville has their quarterback lined up in a shotgun with one running back to his left, one to his right. They want to throw the ball, puts it down the field as far as he can go, and that was an amazing catch by number 3 Hill. And he had the ball about the 30-yard line, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And I thought once again that Freeze was going to overthrow him. His tail showed his feet on that. That kid's got some wheels.
He obviously has some sprinter speed and fairly well covered by West Plains, and a beautiful throw by Froze. And unfortunately, Logan Rogersville adds to their lead, 8-point lead now with the upcoming.
My goodness, folks, that Hale kid, he has got some wheels on him as he went down the field, 78 yards on that touchdown. Here's the snap, here's the kick. It is up, and it's good. Rogersville leads the Scissors 21-12 with 7 minutes left to go here in the first half. We'll be back in 2 minutes on KDY 102.5.
This is Damon at TLG Peterbilt, Willow Springs. We supply parts for all makes of trucks and trailers to get you back on the road quickly as possible. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Find us on Highway 60 in Willow Springs or online at tlgtrucks.com for fast, friendly service to get you back on the road in no time. TLG Peterbilt, uptime all the time.
Hi, this is Taylor Grubauer with Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in West Plains. It's football season again, and that means tailgate season at Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. With a great selection and always the best price, you are sure to score big with more for your trade-in than anywhere else. At Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in West Plains.
Together, let's drive to Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in West Plains for great service and the best price.
The The Scissors play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby and Travis Smith back here from Logan Rogersville. The kick gets returned out to the 25-yard line. Rogersville leading 21-12. It's very goes down this series and puts some points on the board.
Yeah, this is an essential series right here for West Plains. It doesn't necessarily have to be a touchdown, but it has to be some form of points before we go on to halftime here before half.
West Plains two-score game as they trail 21-12. Had about 2 touchdowns scored over the first quarter and a half, and in the last 42 seconds, a touchdown scored by each team. Now Miller gets ready for the snap. He fakes the handoff to Taylor. Wants to throw deep. He's got a man open. If Moffitt can catch it, and he reaches out with a great grab all the way down to the 33-yard line. My goodness, Reed, lots of offense going on right now.
Moppin really laid out and got that ball. There's not a lot of receivers can do that, so that was a really great catch by Moppin. Good throw.
Yeah, Coach Kanegi said he was going to match speed for speed with these Logan Rogersville Wildcats. Ball at the 33-yard line of the Wildcats. Miller now has Taylor stand beside him in the backfield. Miller waits a snap, hands to Taylor right up the middle. Taylor breaks one tackle and unfortunately can't get out of one. But Reed, my goodness, he was tackled about the 31-yard line, spins ahead, gets 3 more yards. It's so refreshing to see a running back run like that in high school football.
Absolutely didn't give up on the play. Good job by the offensive lineman seeing that, creating a scrum and getting a helping push to get a couple extra yards.
Second down and 6 for the Scissors now as they've got the ball at the Rogersville 29-yard line. Trips formation to the wide side of the field. Twins on the short. Taylor comes back to get literally right beside the quarterback. Miller fakes it. They turn right around on a slant pattern. Oh, my goodness, Hill. And Hale got his helmet taken off, and I think that's going to be a penalty against Logan Rogersville for personal foul.
Yeah, that was actually pretty scary, Travis. It looked like his head spun completely around like an owl that time, and Hale's going off the field, and obviously you have to with your helmet off of you, but they're going to get a penalty against Logan Rogersville here.
That is why that's one of the hardest plays when you are playing football at any level is when you're running right across the middle of the field and that guy's there because not only did he hit Hale, but hit a face mask. So now instead of the ball being spurred at the 20, it's going to go all the way down to the 10-yard line. That should be an automatic first down. And actually where the ball is spotted, Reed, they could get a first down and still not get in the end zone. But we want to see them put those 6 points up on the board. West Plains trails 21-12, but they are down to the 10-yard line of Logan Rogersville. Waits the snap, does Miller. Miller fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right. He's got a man open more, and there's more with the catch and the touchdown. Reed, design play. You mentioned earlier, these Logan Rogersville guys are keying off Taylor, and when they do that, then the quarterback Miller can go out there and he finds more for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch and catch right there. Great route by Moore and a good throw by Miller. And now this makes the game a little bit more interesting going into halftime. Unfortunately, we didn't burn a lot of time. So anyway, that's what happens when you pass it a lot. Now Rogersville's going to answer with their possession.
West Plains decide they're going to go for 2, trailing by 3. Very important here to put something in the end zone. 3 receivers off to the right side, to the left. Now West Plains looks like they're going to take a timeout. Score is, Logan Rogersville 21, West Plains 18. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KDY 102.5.
Attention small business owners.
I'm State Farm Agent Justin Shelby, and I'm a small business owner too. So why not insure your small business with a fellow small business owner who also happens to be a good neighbor? If you have questions on your business insurance, business auto insurance, small business retirement plans, or group life insurance for your business, contact me, State Farm Agent Justin Shelby, today.
However, they'll have the ball at the Logan Rogersville point conversion right here. Maupin, who led that last series with a great catch, lines way out to the right, Moore out to the left. They're going to try to spread the field. Now Taylor goes up to the line of scrimmage. Empty backfield. Here's Miller. Miller wants to look, just put the ball way up in the air. 3 Wildcats around him. Still catches the ball. That makes the score 20-21. We'll be back in 1 minute on KDY 102.5.
It's time to start planning for a vacation. Wilbanks Tire reminds you tires before you hit the road. Wilbanks Tire in West Plains is the tire guy that can get you back on the road with new tread and a price you can afford. Plus, once you buy a set of tires from Wilbanks Tire, you can come in anytime for a free tire rotation for the life of your tires. So once you're a customer of Wilbanks Tire,